next part of we're just going to have a little discussion about relationships with food. And we encourage, again, please just send us things on the chat whenever you'd like to. Bex, I think this is you, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you want to click and I'll...
Yeah.
So first of all, we'll just look at what a healthy relationship with food might look like. So understanding balance is going to be key. So having the balance of, all the foods, having a balance with training as well is going to be key. Knowing that there is a place for all foods in the diet. So you're not restricting any foods. There is a place for everything in there, having everything that you want in the diet. That's going to be key. Seeing food as fuel. So as Chloe just talked about, food is there to fuel the body. You wouldn't try and drive your car without any petrol. It's just the same trying to function without fueling the tank. Not labeling foods as bad or good. So all foods are equal. There are no good foods and bad foods. Yes, there might be foods that are more nutritious and less nutritious, but doesn't mean they're bad and good. You don't feel the need to justify your food choices. So you don't feel the need to justify what you're eating to anyone. You just are eating exactly what you want to eat. And there's no guilt around any kind of foods. A few more, listening to your body's hunger cues. So just really being in tune with your body, giving it what it wants when it wants it. Eating when you're hungry and then stopping when you're full. You don't constantly worry about numbers. In terms of numbers on the scale, numbers with food, calorie numbers. If we really want to step away from constantly stressing and worrying about those numbers. And then finally, you enjoy food. Food is there for enjoyment. We spend a lot of time eating, and it's so important to actually enjoy food. There's a huge, social aspect of food as well. Although we can't go out and eat at the moment with our friends and family, but there's a huge social aspect too. So in trying to actually enjoy the process of eating.
Okay, so an unhealthy relationship with food, what does this look like? I can personally say, when I was very overweight, I used to struggle with a lot of these, going on lots of crash diets and things. So one thing I would say, being overly restrictive, so completely cutting your calories down to numbers that just aren't sustainable for everyday life, cutting out whole food groups, like cutting out carbs or cutting out fats. Because this then leads to binge eating and a binge purge cycle. So if we are too restrictive, like I said before, hunger tends to catch up with us. If we're too restrictive, we start binging, and then we restrict ourselves again. We're going through this constant binge restrict cycle. Seeing foods as bad or good. So maybe labeling a donut as bad, and then the connotations of you having that donut makes you bad, and it makes you feel bad. And then using exercise to earn food. So for example, going on a long run or doing a long row or doing more exercise because you think that's the only reason that you can have that pizza you want to have with your friends later on. And then this is a big one as well, avoiding social events due to worrying about food or drink. So thinking there's going to be alcohol there and there's calories, or perhaps thinking there's going to be birthday cake there, so I'm not going to go to the party because I don't want to accidentally eat some cake. Saying I can't eat that. Why can't you eat that? Thinking about things that just are completely off limits, and constantly thinking or fantasizing about food. So if you are super restrictive, we do tend to kind of, when you go on your search button on Instagram and you see all these really crazy looking foods like donuts and chocolates and pancakes and things, and you're looking at it thinking, oh, I wish I could have that, but I can't have it. So motivation, this is something that people, when they are doing, maybe they're trying to lose weight or they're trying to gain weight or they're trying to maintain, people say, how do you stay motivated? So motivation is not something that is magically there. I get people saying, well, I'm not motivated to do it. If you are spending every day waiting to be motivated to get off your sofa and go for a run or go to the gym or do 10 squats while you wait for the kettle to boil, you're going to be waiting a very long time. Motivation is something that comes with time, with discipline. I want to talk more about discipline than motivation. So the next time you think, I'm not motivated, think that you need to get the discipline first. That person that you see in the gym at 10 o'clock at night training, they are not magically motivated. They have had to get themselves to that gym, even if they don't want to, even if they don't feel motivated. And the reason they continue to do it is because they have discipline. So I want you to think the next time you say, I'm not motivated, you need to find that discipline. And then along with time, that becomes habit after making the effort. And then you will find you are motivated because it has become a habit for you. But obviously, we have to go even further in to where we get that original motivation and the reason for that discipline with finding your why.
So in terms of finding your why and having specific goals, so it's important to have goals. You might not have a specific goal right now, but it's important to have goals and understand what my goal is. And then I want you to kind of take it right back and ask yourself why you have that goal. So for example, if you do have the goal that you want to lose weight or you want to drop some body fat, ask yourself why. Sorry, Chloe, can you just click?
Right.
Because if you have that answer written down before you start that journey, I can guarantee that you will get there a lot easier and a lot quicker if you really know why you're doing that. And you think, okay, maybe this is going to help my performance in the gym. Maybe this is going to help increase my confidence in myself, in my body. If you've got that written down, you're more likely to succeed than if maybe you've just set that goal because you've scrolled on Instagram and thought, oh, maybe I want to look like that. So actually knowing why you have that goal, and is this what you really, really want? If it is, okay, cool. Let's write it down and let's then embark on the journey. And then I can guarantee you will get there a lot easier and a lot quicker if you have that focus. So we thought at this point it would be quite nice to kind of open up, have a little bit of a discussion. If anyone has some goals that they want to share, or experiences that they want to share. This is a very